Welcome to The Explainer. You know, we love turning complex topics into really clear visual stories. And today, we're unlocking the power of a tool that does exactly that for data, Tableau.
Okay, let's start with a problem that, well, I'm pretty sure we've all been there. You've got this giant spreadsheet staring back at you, right? Just endless rows and columns of raw data. You know there's gold in there, some amazing insights, but trying to find them, it's almost impossible. But what if you could transform all that mess into something beautiful, something clear, visual, and totally interactive? Imagine a format that just tells you a story, at a single glance, where you can spot all the important patterns and trends in a second.
So this amazing transformation has a name. It's called data visualization. And one of the biggest, most powerful tools that makes this possible for literally everyone, from pro analysts to students just starting out, is Tableau. All right, let's really dive in.
So what is Tableau, really? Well, it was founded way back in 2003, and at its core, it's a visual analytics platform. The whole idea, right from the get-go, was to help people see and understand their data. And here's the kicker. You can do all of this incredible stuff without writing a single line of code. The real magic of Tableau, its secret sauce, is this super simple three-step process. First, you just connect to your data. Doesn't matter if it's a simple Excel file or a massive cloud database. Second, you use this really intuitive drag-and-drop interface to build your charts. And third, you pull all those charts together into one awesome interactive dashboard.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's get our hands dirty and make this real, right? To see how this actually works, we're going to grab some sample sales data from a made-up company we'll call Awesome Chocolates, and we're going to build our very first report together.
So, this is what we're starting with. A pretty standard table, right? We've got columns for the salesperson, the country, how much they sold, and a few other details. Our whole goal here is to find the story that's hiding inside all these numbers.
First thing we do is create what Tableau calls a sheet. Now, if you've ever battled with pivot tables in Excel, this is going to feel familiar. The best way to think of a sheet is like a pivot table on steroids. It's way more visual, way more powerful, and a whole lot more flexible.
And just like that, look at this. All we did was drag the country field over, then the amount field, and bam! Tableau instantly builds a bar chart showing our total sales for each country. Another click, and we can sort it to see who's on top. I mean, it is that fast.
Okay, a static chart, that's cool, it's useful. But this is where the real magic happens. Interactivity. So what happens when you actually click on one of those bars? To find out, we need a dashboard. So what we've done is build a second chart, this one showing our top 10 salespeople overall. And now we're going to put them both together. And this is what it's all about. In the dashboard, we just check a little box that says Use this filter. Now watch. When we click on the Australia bar in that first chart, the top 10 list instantly changes. It filters down to show us only the top salespeople from Australia. See what happened there? We just turned a boring static report into a living, breathing, dynamic analysis tool. Okay, pretty cool, right? Now that you've seen a little taste of what Tableau can do, you're probably wondering, all right, how do I get started? Well, the very first step is figuring out which version is the right one for you. So you've basically got two main choices. First, there's Tableau Public. The big thing here, it's completely free. It's amazing for students, for anyone who's just learning, or for building a public portfolio to show off your skills. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. Everything you save is, well, public. Anyone on the web can see it. Then you have Tableau Desktop. This is the paid professional version. It's totally secure, totally private, it can handle unlimited amounts of data, and it's pretty much the standard for any business. All right, finally, we can't really talk about Tableau without bringing up the other giant in the room, its biggest rival. So let's ask the big question. How does Tableau stack up against Microsoft's Power BI? You know, it really comes down to what each one is best at. Tableau is famous for its visualizations. They are just incredibly powerful and, frankly, beautiful. You can create really complex, stunning charts, things like tree maps or packed bubble charts with just a couple of clicks. It just has this visual depth that's tough to beat. Power BI, on the other hand, its big strength is accessibility. If you're already living in the Microsoft world, using things like Excel and Azure, Power BI feels right at home. It just fits. So when it comes down to it, there's no single best tool for everyone. It just doesn't exist. The right choice for you, it's going to depend entirely on your budget, what software you already use, how complex your data is, and really what you're trying to accomplish with it all. So here's the main takeaway.
Powerful data visualization? It isn't just for data scientists anymore, not by a long shot. Tools like Tableau are basically democratizing data. They make it possible for anyone, and I mean anyone, to connect to their data, explore it, and unlock the amazing stories that are hidden inside the numbers. So really, the only question left is, your data is telling a story. Are you ready to listen?